My ADHD didn't let me. You said hydrated, and all I could do was grab a bottle of water and start drinking. This is a brilliant sacral response. This is like beyond the exercise. The whole point of these sacral calibrations is I'm trying to get you guys clued in to what your body actually wants for you, as opposed to what you think you want or you think you need. So if we're in the middle of a sacral calibration and I say something like, "Are you hydrated?" and instead of answering the question, you reach out and drink your water, that's your sacral responding, saying, "Oh, I'm not hydrated. I want some water." This is a perfect example of how these gut responses can be followed into action without having to use the thoughts. It's similar how, like, if you want to close your hand, you don't think, "Oh, I'm going to close my hand." You just close your hand. The more connected you are to your sacral, the more simple life will be. Doesn't mean that it's going to be easier or less complicated. It just means that when it comes to making decisions for yourself, the ahas and the natural energy that you are going to either generate or not generate is going to be much clearer for you. Situations that are not meant for you, they will be very clear. Situations that are meant for you, they will be very clear. And it will be the It will also be the act of just moving towards that thing or moving away from it. So thanks for sharing this comment. While we're here, by the way, ADHD. I'm not saying you don't have ADHD, but they said I had ADHD, and they said my brother had ADHD. And I'm not saying we don't have ADHD. What I'm saying is we don't need to be medicated. We don't need to be fixed. Maybe we don't fit into society like the rest of all the normal people, but that's because society is not based in nature, and inherently it's kind of broken. There's nothing wrong with us, okay? There's nothing wrong with not wanting to sit in fucking horribly uncomfortable chairs for 5 hours a day learning a bunch of bullshit that doesn't matter to us. The reason it takes 12 years for a primary education is because they're brainwashing us. They're taking the authority out of our bodies and they're putting it at the front of a church, at the front of a classroom, in the military industrial complex, in the government. They have to break our loyalty to ourselves so that we can become better members of society. And by members of society, I mean so that we can work and fight in their wars. They don't want you awake. That's why they slap you with ADHD and neurodivergent and prescribe you all these medications to help you fit into normal society. But alas, we are the rebels. And here we are on TikTok going and It's just baby steps. Baby steps right now. But it builds over time. Trust the process.